Hey guys, Dr. Jason with you today with Boney, Bob, and George, and I wanted to answer some questions that we had in the office, some things, we've been talking a lot with the Wellness Way and some of the things that we do, and kind of gotten a little away from some of just the musculoskeletal things that people ask and that we see every day. And so what I wanted to do today is thank you, Boney, Bob, if I can use your foot, I wanted to talk about the foot today. So your foot, super important. I want to talk about the mechanics in the foot and problems you can have with your foot and how we can help with that. So here's what happens in your foot, right? So give you most of the things that break down with the foot have to do with the arch. So what happens is we heel plant, we pronate, and we toe off as we walk. And so we heel plant, pronate, and toe off. But what happens when you lose that arch in your foot's already pronated, and so instead of heel planting, pronating, and toeing off, it totally throws off the mechanics of your foot, which throws off the mechanics of everything else. And so in essence, what happens is when you do not have a proper arch, then it causes you to shorten your stride, you turn your foot out, and then it's like you're walking with your parking brake on. And so what happens is every step you take, you're pushing off on the inside of the big toe. So if you have that callus on the outside of your big toe, which most people do, that's from you losing the arch in your foot. And so what that does with each step is that's pushing your big toe over. That's what leads to bunions. That's what leads to hammer toes. That's what leads to Morton's neuromas. And then the other thing that happens is then as the mechanics are off in the foot, then that causes rotation of the knee, it causes rotation in the hip, and it causes rotation in the low back. I mean, if you will just stand straight and put your hands on your hips and you can't see me, but if you just roll your feet in and out, you'll feel that move at your hips. And so it's called the kinetic chain. So if there's problems in your feet, it affects everything all the way up, and it creates all kinds of issues. And so that's why it's one of the things that we address in the office is what's going on with the mechanics in the foot. So how do you treat that? Well, there's a couple different things, right? So long term, obviously you need some type of support in your shoe. So you can do, just kind of a prefab orthotic, which is going to support the arch. Now, you don't want just a cushion. You don't want a Dr. Scholl's. I mean, those are crap, all right? Stay away from those things. You want a good quality arch support. It should be fairly firm. We have a brand that we use in the office called Mojo Feet that's amazing. And it's just a prefab, so it's just made for your shoe size. It's nothing custom with that. The other option, if you want the Cadillac is a custom orthotic. With a custom orthotic, we'd actually take a mold of your foot and we send it off to the lab, and they would make an orthotic that is made for your foot, for your weight, for your activity level, for your foot flexibility, and it'll give you the arch that you need. And the benefit of those will last for years. MS 4 or 5 years or longer, whereas a prefab orthotic generally lasts 6 months to a year depending on your activity level. So those are simple things to do, but so if you're having plantar fasciitis, if you're having those other things, if you want to just see what you can do on your own, that's a great place to start. Obviously, I'm a chiropractor. We adjust joints, right? And so you can get those joints in the ankle and the foot can get locked up just like anywhere else. You have as many bones in your foot as you do your spine. And so we can adjust what needs to be adjusted. A lot of times you'll have that ankle will get locked. It's called the talus, and that talus gets stuck and you can't flex your foot like it's supposed to, and that affects the kinetic chain. And so we can look at that, and then obviously there's soft tissue issues, right? So if you're having plantar fasciitis, well then that plantar fascia a lot of times gets inflamed, and we can go in and we can work on those muscles, we can work on the tendons, we can work on that fascia, and we can get that to release and to function better. The biggest thing is just don't ignore it, right? Because what happens is, we weren't made to walk on hard surfaces, and so we paved the earth and we walk on hard surfaces all day long. If you're having foot issues, it's going to cause other issues. Don't ignore it. Get it looked at. Those can be some simple solutions that can make a really big difference. But hey, this is Dr. Jason with your health hack today, talking about your feet. No more stinky feet. We want you to function better and feel better. Hey, share this message. Be sure and like our page and tell others about us. Well, we appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.